Hi everyone, my name is Uche Namdi Nicholas. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Okay guys, today we're going to treat the recently concluded WAEC Computer Studies Paper 3 2020. Okay, so let's just go through the instructions. So it's very important for one to go through these instructions and take note of them. But most importantly, you create a folder on the desktop, very important, where you keep all of your works. Okay, all right, so moving forward, let's tackle question number 1. So first of all, I'm going to create a folder on my desktop. So the first things first, I'm going to create the folder on my desktop so that I can show you guys the good example. Okay, all right, my system is kind of slow. Okay, so I can put down my name as a file name, as a folder name, sorry, and then all of my work will be kept here. All right, so I haven't created the folder. Let's go straight to performing the task. The instruction says answer all questions. Okay, table 1 shows the steps to perform a task. The flowchart symbols needed to represent the tasks are listed in table 2. So this is the task, these are the symbols. Okay, the actions in table 1 correspond to the numbers 1 to 7, which are these ones here, 1 to 7. Okay, let me zoom out a little bit. Okay, that's good. All right, so so what's the question? Using a word processing application, create the flowchart in figure 1 by replacing the cycles containing the numbers with the appropriate flowchart symbol from table 2. So all of these symbols, you're supposed to represent them, you're supposed to change them using the appropriate or the corresponding symbols. So let's jump right at it. So I have already launched Microsoft Word here, so you can use any word processor that can enable you to do this job. Okay, for me, I'm using Microsoft Word. Now it is very important to save your work as you're about to start, so I'm just going to do that quickly. My folder is on my desktop, so I'll go to browse. Okay, I'll go to browse and go to desktop, and I'll save it here. I can change the file name to whatever I want. Question 1. Okay, so I save. Okay, so now I will have to also number this correctly, question 1, so that when I print out, it will be clear that that is the question I'm trying to answer. Okay, so let's go back to the question. So we are going to insert each of these symbols, okay, and then use them for this. So we need the oval shape, the rectangle shape, parallelogram, and the diamond shape, and then we will also need the arrow, which is the symbol for flow of execution. All right, so I think I'll just import all of them and keep them somewhere so that I can begin to reuse them as I want. Sorry, my system is a bit slow. I have lots of download going on here, so let's do that. So I'll get the rectangle shape. Sorry, I don't know why I keep calling it rectangle 2. See if I'm working on CorelDRAW. Okay, so I will also get the oval shape. I will also get the arrow. I think this is too long. Oh, I'll just delete this. Most times it's difficult to adjust it after inserting it, so I'll go back and get the arrow. This time not too long. Okay, this would be okay. After that, I'm going to get the diamond shape. Where are you? Diamond shape there. So that is the diamond shape. And then what other shapes do I need? Okay, those are the shapes that I need, right? There are 4 of them. Okay, the parallelogram, so I need to get that as well. That, okay, and that looks okay. So these are the shapes that I would need for this question. So I'll just quickly format the shapes so that they will look alike. Okay, I would go to the shape styles and I'll pick this. I don't want any colors to fill them. Okay, I want a white color fill, and then I'll choose a thickness. This will be okay. So I want it to look like that, all of them to look like that, to have uniform look. Okay, you can choose to use any colors, any fill that you want. I don't think it will be a problem. Okay, all right, and then the shape, you can choose the black color and go to the outline. Go to the outline and use that. Oh, I didn't change this outline, so I need to change that as well. Then I'll use that, and then I'll do the same thing to the diamond shape, and then go to the weight of that line, and then I'll choose that. So I have them figured out already. Okay, so having inserted all of them and formatted them to the shape I want, so what I will just do is to draw the very diagram that I was given to, and to choose the appropriate symbols. Okay, so step 1 is for us to start. So start, you use the oval shape to draw the start. So I'll just duplicate this and drop this here. Okay, so I can adjust it appropriately if that's what I want. So I can just insert the text at once. So this is the start. Okay, so start, so I can put the start inside. I type the start inside, right click on it, and then I'll do add text, then I'll just type start. Okay, let me make it bold. You must not make yours bold though. Okay, so after that I'll do k equals 1. This k equals 1, which is an assignment statement. So we are going to get assignment to use the rectangle to represent that. So I'll adjust this a little bit, and then right click, and then I'll say k equals 1. Okay, sorry, my k is having a problem. K equals 1. Okay, sorry about that. All right, deal. So k equals 1. I'll make it bold. After that, what do I need to do next? The next step 3 says sum equals 0, which is also an assignment. So what I will just do is to click on this rectangle and hold my control key, then select the arrow, and then I'll just do Ctrl D to duplicate both of them, and then I'll just drop them there and change this k to sum equals 0. all right, since we're through with that, let's move forward. So remember that this rectangle is for assignment and process. Okay, assignment, you're adding value to a variable. Okay, So step 4 says enter a number. Enter a number is input, so you use the parallelogram. Okay, so let's get the parallelogram, which is that. And then I think I need to bring this down a little. Okay, all right, a little more. Okay, that's better. Okay, so I'll just drop that there, and then I can just duplicate the arrow and drop it down there. Okay, so that would be nice. All right, so enter a number. So I'll quickly just right click, okay, and then I'll do enter a number. Sorry, enter a number. Okay, so if you noticed, the text was quite too long, so the word number didn't show, so I need to expand that a little bit, which is what I've done right now. Okay, what next do I need to do? Is number greater than 0? So this is decision making. That is where the diamond shape comes in. All right, so I'm going to get the diamond shape, and then I'll drop it appropriately, reduce it a bit so that it can fit in. Meanwhile, I need my arrow, and then I'll drop the arrow there. Okay, and then I will adjust this a bit to fit in. Good. Then I'm going to add the last instruction. The instruction that says is number greater than 0. So add text. Sorry. System is a bit slow. I have some downloads going on. It's a serious matter. Okay, now while I was working on this question, something terrible happened to my Microsoft Word. The application just closed down by itself for reasons I can't tell. So I only had to depend on auto recovery to get this very document I have now. So you see, it is very key to always save your work. Each time you do a thing, you just hit your Ctrl S. It's not going to cost you much, just hit your Ctrl S. Very important. So I'm starting all over again at this point. I have gone beyond here, but I'm starting all over again at this point. Okay, so I'll do Ctrl D. Number greater than, sorry, I need to see what I'm typing, so I need to expand this a bit. Expand this also, and possibly bring this down a little bit. Okay, so is number greater than 0. So in my tradition, I want to make this bold as well. So that means I need to adjust this a bit so that it will align with the arrow. Okay, so after doing that, what should I do next? Step 6 is print sum. Print is an output statement, output command. So you're going to use the parallelogram as well. Okay, so print, I'll just duplicate this, take it down a little bit, change the text to print sum, right? Let me confirm that, print sum. Okay, so I'll duplicate the arrow as well, duplicate, and then I'll drop it there, take the parallelogram forward a little bit, and then align it properly. Okay, that looks good. Not very good, so I need to align both of them a little bit. Okay, this is better. All right, so after that, what do I do next? I need to do the last statement, which is stop. Okay, so I'll just quickly get the last oval shape I have there. So you see how I imported all of the shape. I inserted all of the shapes first so that the work will be a lot faster for me. So I'll then click on this to duplicate, and then I'll bring it down a little bit down there. Okay, I need to align a little, take it up. Okay, that looks good. So I will then right click on it and then I'll type stop. Okay, so in my tradition I like to duplicate, I like to make bold. Alright, so that's that, so it's bolded. Okay, so I'll save my work because I don't want to lose my job. Very important to always save your job at any point in time. Alright, so what next? So I've answered question number 1. That's 1A. So 1B says insert the appropriate action into the flowchart. Okay, we've done that also. So we'll use one stone to kill two birds. So we've answered A and B as well. So you can either choose to insert the appropriate symbols first and then the text later, but I did it at once. Okay, so question C says group all the objects in the flowchart in figure 1. So all of these objects, we ought to group them as one. Okay, there was a shortcut I used to know. Let me try and see if that will work. Select all objects, select all text with similar, no, select. Okay, let me use select objects so that I can pick objects quickly, and then I'll hold the control key, very important. I'll hold the control key and select all the objects. Oh, there is a step I missed here. Yes, the decision making, there's an arrow that's supposed to come through here. I missed that, so I'll quickly insert it, but I will group first. I'll group them and then I will insert it. Okay, so I'm supposed to do a right click here, and then you see group. So you click on that, and then the image, they've all become a single object. Okay, so I actually forgot this. So we're supposed to add from the step 5 to send a navigation to step 4. Okay, so we have from step 5, which is this one here, down to step 4. So, and we will do that using the arrow keys. Okay, so that means we need to go back and get the arrow button, the arrow symbol, sorry. So I'll just do this, then I'll drop it, I'll change the color and the weight of the line, and then I'll duplicate it again, and then I will rotate it about 90 degrees. No, rotate left. I'll rotate left again. Good. So I just move it up a little bit, up a little bit, up a little bit. I think it's quite short, so I need something long. Okay, I hope I'll be able to make a straight line by adjusting it. That is usually the challenge I have with the lines in Microsoft Word. It is quite difficult to align. Okay, so I'll just do Ctrl Z to leave it the way it was. So I'll just do, okay, what do? I'll just maybe delete this and insert another line, another arrow altogether. So here, and then it's easier to have a straight line when you're drawing afresh. Okay, and then I will insert another one here to there. Good. Okay, so I think we can make do with that. I can just add the weight and the color and all that I want. Okay, and the weight that I want. Good. So we can make do with this. This doesn't look bad. Okay. All right, but you get the point though. Okay. So in decision making, usually it's either a yes or a no, or true or false. So I believe by this line we're supposed to have yes. If the number is greater than 0, then perform this action. Else, which is no, go back and re-enter the number again. So we're quickly going to get a text box so that we can insert the right decisions there. So this one should be for yes, and then the other one should be for no. So I'll just make this bold, and then I don't want the text box to appear. Now the text box is appearing here, so I don't want it to appear. So I'll just go to outline, and I'll do I'll go to outline, and I'll do no outline. I can even go to fill and do no fill, so that the text will just be standing uniquely on its own. So I'll do a Ctrl D and then move it to this point and change this to no. Okay, which is what I've done. Remember we grouped them before, so we need to group this new entry that we have afresh. Okay, you see what I'm doing? I'll move until I'm sure I'm pointing at the object. Okay, so that looks like everything. So I can group them together, right click, and you have group. So I will group all of them as one, so they are now one. So when I move, all of them will move together. Okay, where are we now? Insert the text box beside the flowchart and type in the steps followed in 1C. So they want to know how we succeeded in grouping the objects. Of course, I hope you remember the step we took, so I'll just do that quickly. Insert what's this thing called again? The text box. Okay, so I'll just type step 1. That should be one what? Question 1C. So I can do question 1C, and then I'll start. Step 1, select all objects by clicking one. Okay, my K, clicking one, hold the control key and select the others. After that, you right click on the selected images and on its selected images, and then choose the group option. The group option to group objects. Okay, to group the objects. Okay, click to group the objects. Full stop. I think that's basically everything that we did. Okay, so this is 1C. This is question number 1. Okay, moving forward. Insert a footer and type in your full name and index number. So you quickly insert a footer. You can just go to insert and go to footer, or you come down here and double click. Okay, you type in your name, your full name, exactly the way it is supposed to appear. Well, I don't know who has this reg number, so type in any reg number. Okay, so you can insert your footer like that, or you go through insert and footer, header, as the case may be. Okay, so that's basically it. Print your work and submit to the supervisor. So I'll save this, and then I'm free to print and submit to the supervisor. All right, so we'll talk about question number 2 very soon. So thank you for watching. Endeavor to subscribe and click the like button and the notification button. Okay, thank you. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.